Hi, I'm David, and this right here is a WT03RB rare breed from 2005. The batch started in 2003 and it ran all the way up until the early 2010s. And today, we're going to blind it with Russell's 15. My brother John has poured both of these bottles, the Russell's 15 and the WT03RB rare breed, and we're going to try them both blind right now. I don't know which one's which, so this could either be the rare breed or the Russells, and this could be the Russells or the rare breed. This is very dense, viscous smelling, really oaky. You get a little bit of a root beer note. That's a lot of root beer and vanilla and cinnamon. That's really good. There's a long, oaky finish. Give it a second. It's staying with me. It's a little bit drawing, though. It's not actually super viscous. I think this one might be the rare breed, though. Not the rare breed. This might be the Russells. It does not have the quintessential, like, really punch-you-in-the-face dusty funk that you get with vintage turkey. And the reason is because a lot of vintage turkey is aged in Cypress tanks. During the fermentation progress, they'll put them in Cypress tanks, and they stopped doing that in the 2000s. And also, barrel entry proof may have been slightly higher with the Russell's 15. They changed it several times from the 90s until the early 2000s. So this may be the highest barrel entry proof up until the most recent change. If that is the Russell's 15, I'm not sure, but I think it is. Yeah, this one right here is very vanilla, sweet. Almost like a custard. The palate does not match that at all. That's a lot more. Okay, there's a sweetness actually. The sweetness is coming on the finish or mid palate. Get a little bit of hay with it, some minerality. Like I said, the sweetness is mid palate. A little bit of baking spice. The nose is great though. This reminds me of like actually very similar to this one with the root beer note, but it reminds me of like the root beer candies. Whereas this just reminds me of like a Barks, like straight up full sugar root beer. I think I do like this one more though. I think so this definitely tastes older than this. This tastes more like a 10-year-old whiskey, 10-year bourbon, and this, you could definitely taste the age in it. It's a lot more oaky. This does not have a long finish. This one is very long, tannic. But it's tannic in a good way. It's not overly oaked. Yeah, I definitely think this one's the Russell's 15, but I mean, if I was going to give them a score, I'd probably say this is, on a scale of 1 to 100, probably an 84, 85. And this one right here is probably an 88, 89. So not a large difference. It's mostly the finish on this one, which, like I said, I think this is the Russell's 15. Which one is that?
That's A.
That's A. Okay, that is the rare breed then, and that's B. The Russell's 15. I mean, they're both good. Like I said, I do prefer this one though. So I also have the Traveler exclusive, non-chill filtered rare breed. This one right here, we actually picked up in Japan. You can immediately tell a color difference though. This one right here is like, this is very amber colored. This one right here is probably one shade darker. And this one here is pretty yellow. I mean, it's not mellow corn, but it definitely looks younger than this one right here. This one looks more akin to like a 10-year-old whiskey to a 12-year-old. And this right here looks like it's 6 to 7. I'll tell you what, they do keep with that profile. I do smell the root beer on this too. But it's a lot shorter. You really have to dig your nose in there to smell it. Completely different. Now, comparing this to this, there's no comparison at all. This is much more subpar. This is short, sweet. You definitely get some rye spice on there. I mean, it's just quintessential turkey now. The finish it does linger. It's mostly the palate and the mid palate is pretty short, and then once you get to the finish, it lingers. And that could be because where it's non-chill filtered, the fatty acids and stuff are still sitting on my tongue. But I mean, there's some baking spice in it. But it's nothing to really write home about. If I was going to give this one a score 2, I'd probably give it like a 72. I mean, it's not bad whiskey by any means, but it's not in the same league as these two. All right, that's it though. I really appreciate everyone watching, and y'all have a great day.